Deoxys and BlindDucky going at it. Scarecrow versus Harley. And this is going to be the ultimate battle of someone without a projectile, someone that loves the up-close game, trying to get in on the amazing zoning of Harley Quinn.
Yeah, and on the way here, Deoxys did have to fight quite a few zoners. He had to fight Icarus, Rewind, Beat On, all zoners, Vendetta even, just trying to make it all the way to this top 8. We saw him, I think, use Supergirl one single time, but looks like he's been mostly sticking with Scarecrow. So Scarecrow, of course, needs to get inside, but has all the tools possible to make it possible.
Yeah, and even BlindDucky actually ran into this matchup early on in the tournament with a 3-0 victory over Ragnarok, and his only loss of the tournament so far to Perfect Legend.
Yeah, of course, another one of those characters that needs to get inside, but Scarecrow's not going to have that kind of mobility, as nowhere near that sort of aerial mobility in particular. Still, though, making it happen, just doing a little bit of damage. This is definitely going to be all about keeping out versus trying to get in, which is pretty much the classic style that you need, or that you usually see in a match that has Scarecrow. But now he's inside, and he didn't even go for a single command grab. All he wanted to do was just check, spend all that meter just built.
I mean, look at how much bar he has, and he's going to build bar every time he does a special move, even after the +6. That's what makes Scarecrow so scary.
Oh, that is exactly perfect. I love the fact that he's a character actually based on making your opponent afraid. It is so perfect.
What a jump. What recognition there by Deoxys on the fly to know that he activated the Hyena there, and he can't do anything about it. So he got the normal, jumped over, and was able to continue to apply pressure on the other side. That was so smart. Oh, what a beamer back 3.
It was a good call, but good patience by Ducky to block it, and now this should be close to... Okay, could have gone for a little bit more unclashable. Still decides to make Deoxys clash. No meter for either person, so I understand it.
BlindDucky still has a wager, now has the bar, so everything in his favor, and Deoxys immediately comes off it.
I'm starting to enjoy this.
Stop having fun.
He's gonna make Ducky come off of his, but I don't know if he has the damage after this wager to get a kill, unless if he gets a successful jump 3, he can get about 350 off of that. And they have no meter there to get anything off it. He's gonna go for some pick throws here. He does not. Instead, he starts stagger differently. He doesn't respect the wake up.
Oh. He went for a pretty meaty string to try and stuff it no matter what, but unfortunately, it wasn't quite timed well enough. It is a little bit difficult to stuff Tantrum Stance. It's not the normal wake up in the fact that you could just stuff it with any sort of mid, because it does go pretty low pretty quickly, so I think that may have been the reason why it didn't work. And that was pretty close. I feel like maybe if there was any even time to see Deoxys get a trait activation out at the very end, that might have put it into a little bit of a scary situation, but it did go down to the wire. It was close. It's just one read either way.
Yeah, down the last hit. Can't ask for anything else here. It's especially in competition. You want these matches close. Yeah, Deoxys, just a couple things differently going his way. It would have been a completely different story. An air-to-air here, just a little bit more damage here or there. Just it's different reads, because I noticed early on, BlindDucky kept winning the air-to-air trades, and that's something that Scarecrow players probably aren't used to with that jump rate. That's so active. But
jump
these
or jump 2.
Yeah, and these instant jump normals are I've seen. Like, instant jump normals are becoming a meta here in this game, where you just get those active frames out there as quick as possible, and then go to town. I mean, Superman's jump back 1, and then Harley, you see him do right there. I believe that is her jump 1 or jump 2 as well. Activates so fast. Yeah, activates incredibly fast and covers a lot of forward. It has really good forward hitbox and it covers a lot of ground.
Wow, and that was a really good knowledge of a gap in the 1-2-3 string. Now, I know that Ducky does play a lot with White Boy. They are friends, so I'm sure that he's got quite a bit of experience, at least in this matchup.
Very good use of the air blast from Deoxys to get out of all that zoning and just going in right now. Didn't close it out. He could have killed with possibly the chain grab ender or even a fear blast. And I love his use of the air one to get out of some of this potential chip. Oh, but he's eating so much zoning right now. Finally, we see a teleport. Scarecrow in that huge jump 2. Going to some huge plus frames here. And in the corner. This is scary.
Ooh, wow, he was actually too far for the down 1 tick throw to connect. You very rarely see that.
Stop having fun.
That just goes to show how far that down 1 goes as well. Because if it hits farther than the command grab does, enter us, please.
It's basically a projectile. Alright, so Ducky does get the life bar, and he's going to get himself out of the corner. Plenty of space to move back, unless he wants to apply some corner pressure, which it looks like he does. That would be a pretty good combo.
That switch of zoning to aggression is so smart from Ducky. He was content with zoning that entire time. And says, you know what? I'm going to pull the trigger. I'm going in with Tantrum. Got him.
And that is pretty risky against Scarecrow, too. Scarecrow is really good at punishing that, as long as he's got one bar, which of course he did. And that's not the first time we've seen the Air Fear Blast used to get over the Hyena. It's such a smart idea. Builds him a little bit of meter, gets rid of the chip, gets rid of that whole situation, but of course Harley can cover it.
Ooh. Got him with a neutral jump. And that jump 3 was a little bit ambiguous. Ooh, an empty jump. Even that's scary from Scarecrow.
It's almost enough. It is enough. He catches the flip out. Very smart. I mean, Ducky had to try something right there. That was really the only option. But, of course, Scarecrow, you can never really flip out against him in the corner. He's always going to catch you with a down 1 or a stand 2, and he does the stand 2, the kick loop, the funniest corner combo.
Yeah, one of the best looking corner combos in the game. This man just kicks you, and he can go up to, what, 7 or 8 times before gravity eventually kicks in and goes, okay, now they're going to fall. But even there at the end, Deoxys almost let that go. BlindDucky, again, doing those instant jump normals, beating out Deoxys' jump 3 attempt because it takes a little time for that jump 3 to become active. But luckily,
I would like to...
Go for it.
I would love to see some more, maybe jump 1s, which is really not a jump normal that we ever see from Scarecrow, but maybe it could win in that situation, or maybe even try to bait the instant jumps with his own like neutral jump too. Just a few different options that we might not see.
I just saw Harley hit for over 400 mid-screen. I don't know what I'm witnessing right now, but Harley started to do some damage right now. And here we go. Comes off the bar, goes some plus frames. Now it's Mix City. He's going to 1, 2, 3. Very good push block. He would have eaten even more plus frames. Would have had to guess again. That's one thing I'm surprised that didn't happen in the last patch was the 1, 2, 3 getting touched. I expected everything else to say, but that 1, 2, 3 being plus just it's an added tool to Scarecrow's arsenal.
It is, and it's so good, but we've already seen Ducky take advantage.
Yep.
In fact, there's a gap before the 3. He used the meter burn interactable, launched for a full combo. Very smart. So, again, that just might be one of those things that people aren't really taking advantage of the knowledge of. It's just not there yet. Big corner combo. Now, here's the question. Will Ducky back up or aggress?
Got aggressive,
like
yeah, but he was able to get out of there just in case he kind of went aggressive and backed off. And that's really good recognition to see the delay wake up and then to regain the space with that backdash.
And it's not actually that easy for Scarecrow to anti Harley, because Harley, well, I guess Scarecrow does have a great down 2. It's not that fast, and Harley's jump 2, her jump arc in general comes at you so fast. Her jump 2 is almost like a dive kick.
Oh, and a double overhead for Ducky. Very rarely do you see it jumping into the overhead gun. And Deoxys is going to hold on to dear life with 0.13 health remaining, and the Hyena's coming. That Hyena's been doing work since Saturday. Everyone keeps trying to jump, but the Hyena happens to jump himself, bites you out of the air. He says, "Get back down here, I ain't done with you."
Yeah, and even if you do manage to somehow get over it, Harley always has the options to throw cupcakes, do the up gun, just check you out of the air. So the Hyena, you gotta respect the Hyena. That's the biggest change to her game plan in this game. And the Hyenas, they set so much up.
And it just kind of completes her package of she can throw that, react accordingly. What's the biggest thing I've seen is that she uses it, and she can cover so many wake-ups with it. Knock down in the corner, throw that Hyena, and then almost put you in a guessing situation, because if it's delayed, you can wake up, hit Harley, but the Hyena comes no matter what. Hits you, and now you're back to being knocked down in the corner. She throws out another treat, and you're like, okay, this is fun.
Yeah, she's got that Batman effect where while she's using or used one trait, the other one is building. So constantly, they're just constantly rebuilding one after the other, and they build on separate meters, as you can see. So yeah, they're almost always ready, and you don't really see 2 in a row that often, but I don't know why not.
And there we go, throwing in the Hyena, off a knockdown. Ooh, goes for the restand this time, though. It actually read right and waited and did the down 2, but it still wasn't enough. And that Toxic's coming out. Oh, luckily, able to stop that corner pressure, which would have done immense chip damage and gained him some more plus frames because he would have built another bar. And he built it right there. Here we go. 2, 2, 2. He's going to end it. 1, 2, 3 into the command grab.
And always such solid damage into Oki.
And that looked like a punish. That was so smart from Ducky. You know he's got the matchup knowledge. If he knew that Deoxys was going to cancel that swing, just like every Scarecrow player likes to do in that situation.
Yeah, you really have to be ready and make that hard read and commit to the hard read of when he's going to be canceling it. Because, of course, he can cancel it on, like, 1 of 4 different hits. So, Ducky, like you said, got that experience.
For a smart guy, that's a dumb idea.
And they go 2 for 2. Ducky keeping up this aggression with a health lead, trying to close out his first match against Deoxys here on the loser side.
Oh, that should be some good Oki. Nope, doesn't bait the wake up this time, which is weird because we've seen Ducky bait the wake up almost every single time so far. I guess he just assumed that it was already conditioned.
And now he's hungry full screen. He's eating cupcakes right now. And throwing in the tricky bomb, you never see that from hard players. Ducky's got to be feeling himself a little bit.
Yeah, well, at this point, the life lead is so huge. Oh, wow, we see a teleport. So rare, but sometimes it's so rare that you forget that it's even a tool in his kit.
Moving to the corner. Ducky, yeah. I like that wager. You don't want Scarecrow to get going in that corner.
Yeah, just complete... Even if Ducky didn't have any meter, he would have done that just to completely kill the momentum, because that was really the start of a comeback. And now, Deoxys has to get back in. Ducky still has meter. It's not a good spot. Wow, that was so preemptive. That down 2 came out before Deoxys even left the ground. And converts off of it perfectly enough to get the win.
Yeah, by the time his feet left the ground, he went right into some active frames. He was just like, you know what?